really shouldn't be doing that with this.
Maybe fall off the ladder.
So what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Something I don't enjoy.
I don't think a lot of people enjoy putting up
No.
drywall.
No, it's not very much fun. That's for sure. And we're at the lower level now, so this is bigger sheetrock and it's really heavy. And, right?
Yeah, it's 5/8 fire rock, so it's
And it's a lot heavier.
5/8 in between floors. It gives you a 1 hour fire break. So if fire breaks out down here, it would take 1 hour to get through this drywall before it hits the material above and spreads. I wanted to use 5" on all the ceilings, but budget-wise and the size of the sheets brought us down to 1/2 inch on the upper floor.
Yep, we just gotta get it done, don't we?
I know.
At least we don't have to mud it.
No. We do have somebody, and we did find somebody. They're 2 weeks out, so gives us 2 weeks to get this done. And did they send you an update today, Tim?
What?
Did they send you an update today?
No.
We talked to them 2 days ago, I think it was. We found somebody 2 days ago, and they sent Tim a text yesterday and said T-minus 13 days. So they're giving us a countdown to get it done. So scrambling. We're putting pretty much everything else on hold until we can get this done. So Tim did talk to somebody about doing some of the rock work, excavation work, I guess, for the septic, because that's what we were supposed to be doing right now, and we think that they have their own machinery that can do it, because Tim's talked about that, so that's kind of what's going on. Lining of all of this happening right now is we were supposed to be working on the septic, and the forecast we haven't had really any rain for a couple weeks, and the forecast looked like it was going to stay dry. Well, when things changed and we started taking on the drywall, we had a monster storm, and that's the hole that we were supposed to be working in, full of water, and you could see the puddles out there. So we had a ton of rain. Now they've put a whole bunch of rain into the forecast. So this actually has worked out really well because we couldn't have been out there to do it. Hey.
I'm not picking these up over my head.
Hey. No, I want to, come here. I want to get a good look. Come here.
Huh?
Come here. Come in the light. I want a good look at you.
What?
Is there any drywall dust anywhere else but your face?
My shirt?
In your shirt. It's all
I
over
can't see myself.
No, it's all over your face.
It's a dirty job.
It is a dirty job. This was a good investment, wasn't it, honey?
Huh?
This was a good investment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the guys, or before we actually hired that last crew, we thought we were going to be doing some of this ourselves, so I bought this. I called the rental store, and it was, I don't know how much it was for a week. It was actually cheaper to buy one. So here we are.
Yeah. Came in handy.
Huh?
Came in handy.
Yep. We also thought that in the, this will go up 16 feet. So we thought that we would need it for the living room and then also for the garage area, because the garage area is up 15 feet or 14 and a half, and the living room is 13 feet, so this would work. But luckily we got the other guys to do the ceiling and living room, which was tough. They didn't know how to use this. They used it to put up like, I think maybe 2 sheets, but clearly they didn't know what they were doing. So they didn't have the slides out or anything, so.
Oh well. was the hardest area to do. And that's done, right, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the stairway's done. I know it doesn't look done, but we're going to be doing wood because we want to have that kind of old farmhouse antique look. Not primitive, but we want to have just an older house look. So the stairway will be wood, and then up there we'll have decorative wood. Not quite sure what we're doing yet. And we're so thankful. Now let's close in. We're so thankful that we put that window seat in because that lets in a lot of light. We've been really stressing about doing this and doing this together because we've done drywall before. And I just think that, you know, with the way life is and experiences that, and getting older, and we've been together for 20 years, it really hasn't been so bad. So we've been working well together. I mean, we always worked well together, but drywall is a different story. But actually doing pretty good. So we're getting closer, guys.
Hey, you did this whole room wrong, right?
What? What? No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did. There's not a huge pile of crap in the middle. There's dust, but it's not like everywhere. You don't have cutoffs everywhere. What the heck? Clearly you didn't do it right, because the professionals who were here a couple days ago would have had a stack of crap 3 foot high just from this one room.
I know.
So clearly you did something wrong. I know you've heard me bitch about the foam.
You can't say that.
Sorry.
I hated that.
We'll beat that one out.
Beep.
So I know you've heard me complain about the foam before, the spray foam and the bulges and everything. They said, oh, it'll compress up to 1.5 inches, so it's no big deal. It'll only sticking out, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/4, maybe 1 inch in some sections. And what it did, so in places like this, is it was pushing out. So it's, look at better view. So it's pushing out there, anywhere we have all these extra screws, like all through there. That's where it was pushing out to the point where it would just pop the screws right off. It was pretty easy to tell when you were hitting one because it was kind of spongy. It would suck in and then it would just pop it right back out again. And it's not like when you have a stud that isn't straight or something like that. This was definitely hitting the foam and pushing it out. And it only happened in only on the exterior walls we were into this problem. So yeah. It definitely was a foam issue. So extremely aggravating. I know the spray foam has just been a frustration from the beginning.
Yeah. The
drywallers, contractors, just in general, have been a frustration from the beginning. From the roofers who were roofers.
They were just messy. They weren't so bad though.
Well, let's see. They grabbed our tables and just decided to eat on them, and we were feeding scraps to our dogs, and we were dropping cigarette butts. We want to go back to that memory.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot.
The drywallers were, you know.
When it belongs to you and you have that financial investment in it. Tim and I, we've been self-employed for a very long time. And when you're working, recording, or did you stop?
No, I flipped it to me and then you were still talking.
I'm still talking.
I was trying to flip it back to you and I was like.
Okay, so is it on you or me?
It's on you.
It's on me. Okay, anyway, when, you know, a lot of times when people are working at a job where they're paid by the hour, they take advantage of that. And it's like with drywall, they're paid by the sheet. And we couldn't believe how many sheets they wasted, because if you're paid by the sheet, then you're going to waste stuff. And you're not the one paying for the sheets. So when you're self-employed, every minute counts. And that's how we've been forever. And we know that. And when you're on a tight budget, and you've always been on the budget, yeah, that's very important.
Where they didn't even put screws in.
Oh yeah, there's a whole row right there where they didn't even.
Screws there. Didn't even put screws on that row either.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to go through it in our bathroom. I was looking at.
Well, I added some nailers. They didn't even use them. They had missed a screw there in the pocket door.
We're looking our. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like there's no screws. There's no screws on that piece over there. So we're gonna have to go through. Look, there's no screws up there either. There's no screws there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of places that they
missing screws.
Just didn't even screw in. And then you have stuff like this.
You surprised?
No. No.
Nope. So here's a part where they were having a problem with the insulation too. You see they put just a whole bunch of screws in. There's a bulge. These walls were foamed. Yep. Kind of glad we're doing this because we're going to do much better about their other screw they missed. Crazy. Hey, they missed this whole wall. Look at this, they missed the whole wall. That whole wall, there's hardly any screws in that whole sheet right there.
Oh my god.
And that's stretch rock. That should have 5. That should have 5 in it. It only did 4. There's one missing up there. And look at that. Look at that expert work right there. That's some great cutting out right there.
Well, I trimmed this. I did trim this. This was like,
What did they miss?
oh, maybe. That missed that whole wall. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. That whole sheet, there's only a couple, what, 6
The edges,
Yeah.
not even all the edges.
All right. Well, we have to go through the whole house and check all their mistakes.
There we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Good job.
In today's art class, Tim's drawing an eyeball
Hey.
with a clock in the middle.
What you doing?
I measured several times.
Several times.
Huh?
Several times. I see that. So did you measure more times this time or compared to when I screwed up? I only had to measure twice.
Well, you screwed up a lot, so I don't know.
I did not screw up a lot. I'll show you where I screwed up, but that's pretty funny.
No, I measured 4 or 5 times, and I drew a lot of circles, and it's not a
It
circle.
just kept getting changing shape. We're in the laundry room right now, so that's where the dryer vent goes. Right.
It's not a perfect circle,
Not a perfect circle.
and I measured wrong at least once. I'm
At least
admitting
once. But okay, but you measured 4 or 5 times, so you measured wrong more than once.
I'm only admitting to one.
What's the saying?
Measure twice, cut once.
Cut once. Or measure 5 times, hope the one time
Measure
is
5
right.
times and hope that's right. That's
Hope
what
that's
this
right.
is.
Yeah.
I suck at those little zip tools. I've tried them before, and I stick it out, it goes. "Yeah." So I'm back to old school because this works for me. But this would be so much easier with a zip tool, just to stick over there and zip it out. But
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
No, it's okay. This is fine. And you know what? We're not making too much of a mess. See, we've got the downstairs bathroom's done. It's not too messy. And we're going to put the blue rock, this is laundry room, blue rock halfway up this part, and then it'll be behind the kitchen sink, and then the rest of the blue will go into the clean room. And what's the rest of the plan today? Oh, you heard me. What's the rest of the plan today? Good job. That's a pretty good
We
circle.
get this room done. I think.
So we'll do this room,
And we'll get the blue on over the kitchen. Probably.
and then what? Well, we'll see how long it takes to get this done.
Huh?
Let's see how long, sorry.
So
I'm not paying
all-
attention.
All the cuts are down here. These pieces going on first.
Okay.
So there's only, once this wall's done, there's only 3 boxes.
And this
The
has
rest
a
is
drop
just slapping
ceiling.
it up.
Yeah, this has a drop ceiling, so we don't have to worry about the ceiling. Kitchen, well, we won't do the ceiling there yet. But it'll be nice to get the blue done. Right? Yay!
So just note, we have electric here, but this is a gas dryer. But we're putting it in just in case in the future we decide to we
Well,
have plenty of power, and we decided
Yeah.
we can use a gas or electric dryer, but
because we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I mean, we at this point we really don't know how much our usage is going to be because we've never done this before. Same thing with the stove in the kitchen. We have it
what?
the stove in the kitchen. That's plumbed for
Yeah.
both gas and electric. And
Yeah,
the craft room
they're
one,
they're both
here.
wired.
Yeah, those both have gas and electric. So depending on how things go, yes,
As of right now, we've got plenty of power. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see.
running the camper. That's pretty much it.
Especially during the summer when the sun's up till 9 o'clock.
Oh, I know.
At least we can use the oven easily till 7.
Yeah.
In the summertime.
Yeah, we were talking about
the
that.
electric one.
Yeah, we were talking about that because we used to have a double oven 2 houses ago, and that thing was awesome. We loved it because you didn't have to heat the whole thing up; you just heat the top part up. And we're going to get one of those again, but it's hard finding one that's gas. So we're going to go ahead and get an electric one for the clean room and see how that goes. That'll be nice.
Just listening to you talk and watching you.
Yeah, we are working hard. Hardly working. One more hole. Good job, honey.
Thank you. I have made art. I have made an 80s Atari game.
Something's
Isn't that
looking at me. All right. Let's see if it fits. Do you need to move that piece on the ground? Or are you
It's
using
there
it?
to raise it up.
Okay. Looks like it's off. What are you
So
off,
close.
like 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an
Just a
inch?
little bit.
That's not bad. Are the outlets off at all? That left one looks like it might be off. A tiny
Yes.
bit.
Close enough. So, drywall sucks. We were doing really good the last 3 days. And today we're doing the ceilings in the kitchen. And I'm going to sneeze again because I got so much
You do.
dust on me.
It's not going very well, is it, honey? Lots of bad words.
Measurements are
Oh
wrong.
my god. Having to recut holes.
It's 5/8 fire rock, so it's
really- it's
3
really
times as
heavy.
heavy.
Yes.
Cutting things wrong. Stuff's not lining up.
No. And then we keep flipping, measuring because we'll look at it and we forget to invert it on the measurements. So
Yeah.
we cut it on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The finisher is going to be making fun of us for
Yeah.
sure. So, stuff like this happens, you go for a walk.
We're going